All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of Speedy Film Watchers. With our first guest star, wqqqqwrt. What's up?
What's up, gamers? wqqqqwrt here.
All right.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Is Speaker muted? Because I can't hear anything from them.
I'm here.
Oh, sorry. All right. So yeah. All right. So before we talk about Green Room, I kind of want to mention the Nike's controversy because I think that might be fun to talk about. So do we?
Agree?
Yeah, it's sort of related too.
Yep.
If I'm gonna throw an onion out there,
Yeah, lay it on
I believe that Nike's committing product genocide by having Colin Kaepernick as the spokesperson.
They're like, from what I've seen, this is a very political situation. Usually, it doesn't help. I've seen it doesn't help. Like, the NFL was hurting the first time. It may be, negative attention, but from what I've seen, it usually doesn't help.
My onion is I think people are getting worked up over nothing, and their method of protesting is so dumb because the Nike doesn't care. They're making money off of their protesting, so.
Yeah.
Well, wait, I have a question because this movie, I thought it was political literally from the start.
Oh yeah.
You told me the movie name. I Wikipedia. I instantly thought it was political. Did you get the same vibe? Is that intentional?
In the early scenes of the movie, Patrick Stewart and the other characters literally mention right-wing stuff. So yeah, it's definitely political, 100%.
Well, something I thought was even more interesting. They're called the Ain't Right. The Ain't Righters. That was their band name, right?
Like the whole concept of Nazi skinheads being right-wing is literally political. Like it's literally.
I thought it was interesting that Ain't Right sounded a lot like alt-right.
They're literally neo-Nazis and they're right-wing. Like it's 100% political.
Well, even more than that. So I actually live in Oregon. I live in Eugene. I've been to Portland a lot. I know the scene very well. This was filmed. It was filmed in Oregon. They filmed it in Astoria and then in Portland, and then I don't know where the
Georgia Woodland.
There's not a lot of the neo-Nazi stuff going on in Portland.
Let me just say, The Green Room is a very violent movie, it's mainly carried by Patrick Stewart's performance. I think.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
Movie.
Yeah, it was.
I actually thought they casted the Nazis really well. Like, honestly, they really did give the right vibe and the right feel. I actually thought that was really good.
Yeah, you just give a good haircut, you can make anyone look fitting for a group.
It was good. I mean, I thought Patrick Stewart was
it's always good.
He had the right aura, and I wasn't expecting that. Frankly, I was not expecting it. But I thought what were you saying?
On a side note, I just found out that the lead actor in Green Room, alongside Patrick Stewart, died recently, or not? Well, a few years ago. Yeah, died right after filming The Green Room, I think.
That's unfortunate.
Wait, really? Which one? Let me look that up.
The guy that gets his hand all chopped up by the machete.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was rough.
I'm gonna say the movie doesn't live up to the hype. Like, honestly, I've seen better in that genre, but it's definitely not bad.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, I was like right in the middle. So like, actually, the first 20 minutes, like before anything happened, I kind of hated it. I kind of don't like the whole like super like political. Like,
the characters are flat. That's
grungy. The grungy band Portland scene. I call it the Portland scene. Are you guys from? Do you guys understand the Portland scene?
Oh yeah, I understand it.
Okay, yeah, I don't like that stuff. I never did, and I'm watching the first like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and I thought this stuff was like gross, but it was it's reasonably accurate. But then the drama started happening, where they locked in the room, and the next 30 minutes I thought were very good. That was actually really well done. It kind of went on a tangent after that, I felt like. like pretty much. I felt like the way the neo-Nazis handled it didn't make it a lot of sense. Like that was one of the.
I found
issues,
the characters to be plastic, like plastic development. There's not a lot of development going on.
I mean, it's kind of hard to do development when you're trying not to get killed.
I mean, I understand that the angle that they're approaching. It's just it's hard to care for these characters when the only introduction you had was a 20-minute boring first act.
Well, yeah,
like, it's just so hard to care for him.
With the whole desert
I
island
especially
thing.
felt that way with the blonde-haired lady. Like I did not care about her character.
Yeah, like
I actually liked the main character. I did like the main character.
The whole time emotionless.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, that's part of the problem I felt with the last 30 or 40 minutes, where it's like, shouldn't you be freaking out? Shouldn't you be panicking? Like these aren't special people. And honestly, they're probably kind of coddled. Well, I don't know about her character, but like, shouldn't she be freaking out on some level? It wasn't happening. It just, I don't know.
The way Patrick Stewart's character went out was pretty epic. Like, he just turns around and tries to draw his weapon and gets blown the fuck away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was good. That was good.
Honestly, when I rewatched this, the moment where he's like brushing and then everyone just gangs up on him, I don't mind. On the second watch, that was funny.
Yeah, the whole scene was just like really comedic. Like the shock value of it. Was bad.
Like, okay, I don't watch a lot of horror films. Do you guys watch like horror films or like a lot of?
I don't watch much horror. Like only if it's like. Horror is a genre I don't watch a lot, with some exceptions.
Yeah, I almost never watch horror films. In fact, I think this is the only one I've ever seen in my life.
I do have.
Green Room's really not a horror movie per se. It's more of a thriller.
Yeah, okay.
I'd just call it a hard.
Was
thriller.
This hardcore? Was it kind of tame on the gore and the shock?
It's tame.
Was it? I mean,
I've seen way worse in this movie.
So this was kind of just a mild. It was mild, you'd say.
Didn't even see the hand slash until he pulls his hand back. Like you don't even really see like how it happens.
Yeah, right. I don't like the gory like stuff. Honestly, it's a little. I was kind of like I was like.
See, a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies are far more violent with the deaths.
Yeah. Well, like most notably Kill Bill. That's insane.
Oh, definitely.
That's
I'd say The Green Room is more of like a grounded thriller. It's an experimental. It's experimental within its genre. Like it tries to do things that like a lot of movies didn't really try.
Okay.
And it didn't really succeed at it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it didn't. The whole last half was like just kind of all over the place. I feel like it was all over the place. Like the neo-Nazis did. I mean, they could have handled the situation a lot better. They didn't at all. The people they would like leave the room and then they would die or something would happen and then they just run back to the room. And okay, let's
hated.
That's not real. That doesn't make sense. That's not going to happen. Like.
There's a trope at the end that I really despise in these kind of movies, where one of the characters starts becoming this badass randomly. I hate that.
Yeah,
crap.
I know that was very poorly done. And then also,
you saying that reminds me of. Did any of you guys watch Suicide Squad? Because there's something like what Beale described those worse, where like the El Diablo guy gets like random fire powers. That was fun.
That was quite possibly the worst movie I've ever seen. That was actually true.
But overall, I'd give Green Room a 6 out of 10. Like, it tried to do something good, and it kind of failed at it, but Patrick Stewart's performance saved it.
I was involved. I was really involved in the middle of it. I thought that was good. I actually kind of liked the first like little bit, looking back on it, but they just, at the end of the movie, I'm like, well, wait a minute. What happened to the dude with the mohawk? What happened to the people at the end? I mean, what are they going to do?
There's a jump scare in the movie I really hated. I'm trying to remember what it was.
There was a jump scare? I don't remember a jump scare.
Yeah.
I remember getting...
Yeah, it's a shotgun jump scare where, like, they're in the bar and all of a sudden the dude gets shot in the head.
Oh,
yeah. Like a jump scare.
Okay. Like, so what happened to the Nazi that defected? Like, what happened to him? You know, these are the kind of... and also, I felt like...
he says, like, I need the police. Like, he found some people.
Yeah, so he just left. I mean, it just felt weak. It felt very weak. That was weak. I thought the middle was very good. Actually, I thought it was good.
He just didn't know how to He didn't know how to close the movie out. Like he knew, like
yeah. Like the idea was good. And actually, I'm gonna go on that because I felt like it was. I don't like the politics. This is a clear political message here. It's a clear political theme.
Say all hillbillies are basically like this, which is like 100% false.
Yeah, I went to his Twitter. Well, I went to his Twitter. He's definitely left-leaning political, but he doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Really? Let me go find his Twitter.
Yeah, he's definitely left-leaning political.
The director,
but he's pretty like tame about it. He's not posting a lot. Like it's like every 20 or 30.
You could definitely tell what the director
20.
wanted to do with this movie. He wanted to make like
right
right-wingers look bad.
Well, especially like I live in Oregon, and there are definitely neo-Nazis. There are definitely neo-Nazis, especially in
Hold the Dark, which is his new film. I'm probably going to see that when it comes out.
But oddly, for being a left-winger, he's very violent. Most left-wingers are against guns. He apparently isn't. Like, holy shit.
Well, that's the power of the human mind. They can...
But overall, like, The Green Room is not hype as people say, in my opinion.
The Green Room?
I could definitely see why people like it. I could definitely see why people like Green Room. It's not a movie for me. Like, I feel like I could write a better movie in that kind of situation.
What would you do differently?
I'm interested.
What I would do differently, I would remove the intro and like have them like arrive at the bar at the start.
Why?
Well, you need to give context to why they're there.
Oh yeah.
And start establishing the character. Like when you're missing out the scene where they use another one's gas to fill their own car, which lets you know that they're willing to take advantage of others to get what they want.
A survival instinct.
Yeah.
I really liked the aspect of the sound in the dogs because that's actually pretty accurate. Like dogs do not like that kind of sound. Like they run away from it.
I thought that was sensible.
Just the whole final act, kind of like I don't like the final act of that movie. I just feel like it could have been better.
I completely thought the last 30 to 50 minutes were all over the place. They didn't add up. It didn't make sense. It was not. There's no clear ending. There's no clear theme. It fell apart. It drastically fell apart.
Must have been the tension when they first arrived in the room after the whole we just stumbled upon a murder thing was pretty brilliantly done.
I thought that was pretty. It was really well done.
You could feel the tension.
I think in terms of like, is this realistic? Honestly, I don't
know. I wouldn't say the movie's realistic.
I wouldn't say it's unreal. Parts of it were, but like, it just like the Nazis obviously they would have been able to.
Patrick Stewart.
Like, it's just...
Patrick Stewart reacts too fast to the situations to be realistic. There's no way he can throw a plan like that together in like literally an hour or two. I don't really think that's like how it would play out in real life. Like how I think it would play out in real life if this happened. Patrick Stewart would just get guns and kick the door down and kill them all. That's literally how it would happen.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's risky, but just bury the bodies and pretend it doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm not a murderer. I wouldn't know. I'm a gamer.
I want to see Blue Ruin because I heard that's the better of the two.
Yeah,
I really want to see Blue Ruin
too. Who knows? Maybe I'll recommend it. Then we can compare the two.
Yeah. So who's next to choose for the next movie?
So Alucard hasn't picked yet, but he's not around. So next in the cycle will be Torta. But I was thinking we can let a guest star pick. So wqqqqwrt, do you have any recommendations
for a movie?
Yep.
It could be any genre.
Nothing comes to mind. What do you guys usually review, or what do you guys are interested in reviewing?
I have a movie that
I don't gravitate towards any genres. Literally just anything.
That we can try to pick one.
I don't actually watch a lot of movies.
There was something. There was one thing I really forgot to mention. You guys familiar with that? Actually, let me put a note there. You guys are familiar with that website Letterboxd, right? Because there's something interesting going on called like this. Let me try to find it. This season challenge where it lasts 33 weeks. Each week you have to watch an previously unseen film around like a challenge, some weird condition. So like week 1 is watch a previously unseen coming of age film released in 2010 or later. Some of these like qualifications are really crazy. So what I'm doing for the future episodes is I'll mention what I watch for each week. I don't know if you all want to get on this. It could be interesting.
Well, yeah, actually, I did think of a movie I like.
Oh, cool. So, all right.
If if we can't find a movie, I have 2 movies to recommend. We can pick one. I don't know if we'd want to do that, but that's just my suggestion.
That's fine. Actually, I'm going to link the season challenge thing I'm talking about in the podcast Discord. Cause, again, I'll mention which I watched for each week along with what the challenge was.
Well, my closing words is Green Room is kind of like that millennial hype. Like it just gets overhyped. I mean, it's not a bad movie. Like I definitely rewatch it, but it's just I don't understand like the massive hype for it.
Was there really hype for it?
Was it?
Oh yeah,
it underperformed in box office, so no.
I've never heard of it. I really hate the political
No, I'm talking about
like forcing this political narrative that doesn't exist. It's just senseless.
For real, every piece of art has some politics behind it.
It's like there's a few Nazis in Oregon. Nobody cares. The only Nazi I've ever met in my life, it was a left winger. Straight up.
It's definitely not an accurate portrayal of Nazis. I can almost guarantee that.
It's I don't know. I don't. It's a very specific message they're trying to push, and I think it hurt the artistic integrity of the film.
I must admit though, Patrick Stewart, my God, that man can act. I love any movie he's in.
Oh yeah, definitely worked well with the character he was written for.
Oh God, he was perfectly cast. He looks like
when he read the screenplay, he like locked himself in the room or something. He was so scared by his character. I'm dead serious.
He looked like he just looked like a menace in that movie. Like he acted and looked like he could actually be a cult leader, or like just a leader of that kind of thing. I appreciate. Oh wait, who recommended? Oh yeah, Peter after recommended. I appreciate the recommendation because I love Patrick Stewart roles. I'll eat that shit up.
Don't worry, I got over 100 recommendations coming.
Oh yeah, so actually, can I recommend a movie?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Have you guys seen The Prestige?
Yes.
1 second.
Okay.
It's called The Prestige. It's a movie about magicians and magic.
Oh yeah.
This movie I think is phenomenal. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
The Prestige it is, and I have to go. Like I literally have to go.
I watched The Prestige, dude. If you watch movies, watch this movie. It's phenomenal. It's very good. The person who makes these, he made the Batman trilogy.
Yeah, I know.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan. Yeah, he makes all his films. They're all incredible. Some of them are kind of like, it was fun. It's not really meaningful.
Yeah, I think I've only seen like half. The only Nolan films I've seen are Prestige, Memento, Dark Knight, and Dunkirk. I got much more to watch than I guess.
Yeah, they're really. I would really recommend watching Prestige. I thought it was.
But anyway, I gotta go. Thank you for the podcast, and we're gonna watch The Prestige next week.
I thought it was definitely
next week.
I think it's the best word, but yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys.
So, if you ever want to guest star in another episode, we can work that out.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do.
All right. Oh, and next week, Lou Valandro will guest star. So get hyped for that guy. All right. And out.